Going ships, just trust in your lane. Alright.
Remember guys, it's a convoy, so we follow the car in front of us. If the one in front of us moves over, then we move. Okay, we can slowly move into the left-hand lane. We're going to be taking the left turn towards city centre.
Wow, F-Type is in another level.
It is obviously all new tech in the car, a lot of aluminium in the vehicle, so you can spec it up to 13 different speakers. You can spec it with the Meridian sound. Your dash over here, we've got the standard dashboard. You just follow all the way here and then we'll slowly begin. You can spec it with the optional digital display dash over here. So you'll have digital dials and all of that, like in the Range Rover and all that, which you'll see soon enough. You can even change different types of themes on it. Okay, you got tire pressure monitoring system, all of that. So if we go in here, we got our computer, we can go into our display settings, our vehicle settings. We got our driver assistant, not there, this one, you can have, this one doesn't have the driver assistance. Okay, so it will have another one here that says driver assistance, and it will show you reverse traffic detection, your blind spot indicator, all those type of things. Your lights are automatic, they'll turn on when it gets dark.
They're auto.
Oh, no.
Or
Windscreen
when you
wipers
enter a dark.
will turn on when it starts raining, which is quite nice. Okay, so you felt there. Stop here, put on the brakes.
Goes off.
Okay, it didn't go off now. Okay, so that's your stop-start technology. So what happens is every time you brake, it charges a little charge capacitor type thing that holds a charge. Then what happens is when the car stops, it turns off, helps save fuel.
Okay.
So when you're in traffic and all of that, then what you do is you lift off the brake, the charge starts the engine up again, and you carry on.
And is that in all modes or just in eco
All
mode?
models.
All modes. Okay.
Dependent. In dynamic mode, dependent if you're in sport or not. Okay. Sometimes it will go. It's very dependent also on your aircon. If your aircon is very high, it won't. So there's a few parameters that it all depends on and all of that. Okay. Obviously 6 airbags as well. So it comes very, very well spec'd. Okay. You got USB auxiliary. You've got your all surface progress control over here, SPC. So all surface progress control. So what will happen is it will control your speeds. It's like a low speed cruise control for slippery surfaces. So let's go here, you say you go to your kids what do you call it, camp outs, and you park on the grass. Now the next morning you got to leave to go, and you know the grass gets wet. Now when you accelerate, the car doesn't want to go anywhere, so you can do that and it'll actually get you going on that slippery surface.
Have you done extensive runs on, these are 4x4, right?
Off-road, yes.
Yes, you've done extensively?
They do very well. The only problem is the ground clearance.
Okay.
So when it gets to very difficult situations or very extreme obstacles, that's when they battle a bit.
Okay.
But remember, they're not specifically designed. They're designed to do off-road stuff, but not 4x4 and stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so driving on dirt road, no issues. We did plenty Ks on dirt roads. You can do normal 4x4 courses. Like on this course, you'll do 90, I think it's about 98% of the course.
Okay.
So when you see what that can do, this will do. However, there's 1 or 2 sections that are very extreme, which you need that extra clearance, which is why the Jag is a very premium brand, so it's still new in Sub-Sahara. Well, the newer models at least. In SA, they do well. These are great. They come in many different derivatives, so you can spec it with a 2-liter diesel, which is very economical. It's got 132 kilowatts and 430 newtons, so it's super light. It's very economical. It's all you need. You've got a 3-liter diesel with 700 newton meters of torque, which is enough newton meters to tow our planet. Okay, so it's very, very strong. And we have this 3-liter V6 supercharged. This one has 250 kilowatts, 450 newtons. You can then get the S of this, because this is a 35T. So 350 horsepower, which is 250 kilowatts. You can get it with 280 kilowatts as well. So good power and all of that. Great sound as well. If you look over here, we've got our eco dots, so we can see how we've been driving over time and all of that. So it gauges, it measures on how you accelerate, all those type of things. So here's your driving style. Your accelerator, we were a bit heavy on this trip. Okay. The engine as well, you can see your braking, you were good, you were smooth. Okay, so then you got your advanced trip, so you can see the average, the best trip was 7.8 liters per 100 Ks. So let's try and find the best trip, which was how many Ks? It was 40 Ks they drove and an average speed of 55. So it shows you all of that. Okay, so 7.8 for a 3 litre V6 is not too bad at all. Okay, then you pair your phone, listen to music like most of them. Our valet mode, when your vehicle goes in for service, you don't want them to open your boots, cubby hole, all those type of things, or fiddle with your data on
locks
here.
them up.
You can lock it. You can lock the car. So all this the dealer can do is just change the aircon and all that.
Okay.
Easy as that. Trailer hitch. It's got a deployable tow bar, so you deploy it. You can deploy from the inside or from the boot over there, dependent.
It's concealed.
Yeah, concealed, 100%. So
Okay.
it's hidden. Okay, so if I go to my dynamic mode, now my dynamic mode, I can adjust how my engine, steering, gearbox. There's one missing here, which is suspension. So this does not have adaptive suspension. Okay, but if I want a very responsive engine, smooth gear changes, I can put that and that and that. So I can customize it as I see fit, which is quite nice. Okay. We got deployable side steps on this one. We also have our ASI suite. Now, what happens is also back once to the slippery surfaces, we got our low friction launch. So what happens then is it's like a delayed throttle response. So you'll give power, but it'll go, and then it goes, which stops the wheels from spinning, so it helps you move. But our all surface information, so it'll tell us what's happening. So there it'll show us that we're running predominantly rear-wheel drive at the moment.
Okay.
If we go into our eye over here, we'll see what the different modes are and all of that. You can then see as you see fits and all that. So when she gives power just now, you'll see how it will send some power to the front and then to the rear and all that.
So it's quite an electronic controlled car.
100%.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Not a bad thing. the tech in these vehicles are designed to do repetitive. They do repetitive testing with it. So, for argument's sake, the door. They have a machine that opens and closes the door about 3 billion times. Open, close, brakes. Where did it break? There. Strengthen that. Open, close, open, until they've got a point where it lasts that whole thing and there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, and it does that with almost every single part. Okay. So, not necessarily, no. If you, however, get a factory fault, which are common in every single vehicle manufacturers, and if they say they aren't, then they're lying. Okay. Sometimes, if someone does not build the thing correctly, something's going to break. And if it breaks, then you need to replace it.
Yeah.
But if you buy it, you get the cover from the dealer and those types. Okay, so this is the dual panoramic roof. Okay, so it goes only halfway, and then you're going to bring it back. I'll sort this out by your racing bus. Okay, and then obviously you opened the blind earlier, hey? So if I'll close it, you'll see.
Okay.
I'll close. Okay, nice thing is we've also got the dual zone climate control, which if you obviously don't get hot as quick as what us gents do, you can have yours a bit higher, and I can individually make this. See, yours is 21, mine I can make down to 70, which is very, very nice. You can spec it with heated seats and cooling seats as well.
Does this have
The electric seats, memory seats.
Yeah,
If you look on the door there, memory 1, 2, 3 of that. So you can spec it.